welcome to this practice. This class we will dedicate to a very soft hip opening. So all you will need is your mat or a comfortably spacious area where you can do these poses. There will be mostly seating poses, nothing too crazy. So go ahead and find your spot. Don't worry about having any props or anything. You will not need them for this class. So go ahead and take your time. So before we begin, let me just talk a little bit about why we will be holding the poses for long periods of time. As some of you may know, Yin Yoga is a practice where we hold the poses for long periods with the purpose of refreshing the blood flow. So holding a pose for longer than a minute or two will generate some blocking in certain areas of the body where you will not feel the blood flow. For example, if you forward fold, there will be some blood stopping or blocking in a certain area, and when you come out of the pose, you'll feel the blood flow again. With that will be the purpose of holding the poses. Our hip area is the element of water, and also the hip area holds a lot of emotion because of the element water and because this is the area of creation. So if you suffer from low back pain, or if you have menstrual cramps or anything in this area, it could be an imbalance with the sacral chakra. So all the poses that we'll be doing today are to target all these different emotions and help them to get released. It's also important to notice that we have, at least in the Western world, been accustomed to sitting in chairs. And when we sit in a chair, we are creating tension in the hips. So it's the opposite of having the flexibility on the hips. So it's good to have these different poses so that your hips don't become so tight that it might begin to pull other muscles in the body. With that, let us begin. Another friendly reminder for this practice. Please do remember to keep your breath under your control at all times so that you will not suffer in the poses and rather you will feel the oxygen and the breath flowing in them. Also, make the breath nice and slow, super steady, and while we are in the poses, try not to be distracted by external things. Stay within the pose. So let's begin. If you feel not completely comfortable with one heel in front of the other, you can give some height to your hips by sitting on a pillow. Otherwise, go right ahead and place one heel in front of the other. We're going to inhale the hands up and exhale, bring the hands reversed with the palms facing up into the knees. Inhale here, exhale through the nose. Exhale through your nose. Inhale. Relax the shoulders. Exhale through your nose. Your breath is in constant motion. You do feel this relaxation happening while you exhale, and this expansion of the crown of the head upwards as you inhale, and your hips feel more connected to the earth, having the knees completely relaxed. taking deep inhale and holding it up on the top of the chest. And exhale. Deep inhale. Hold it at the top of the chest. And exhale. One more time. Deep inhale. Hold it and exhale. Bring the hands up to the sides. Inhale here and exhale. Forward fold, relaxing the head. Keeping the hips connected and the sit bones on the earth. We will hold this pose for a couple minutes. Ideally, you will be completely surrendering to the pose. If you feel that it's too much, stay on the forearms. If this is not too much, try to go a little deeper. And keep your breath in control. Every exhale, you can feel an area of the back releasing. And the sit bones are more grounded. Keep that inhale and exhale. Without lifting your gaze, just walk the hands over to the right. Keep the crown of the head hanging. Inhale and exhale. Lift the heart up and walk on over to the other side. Melt forward into that left knee. Hold the pose for a couple breaths. So in this pose, in this practice, we don't rush. We stay there. We hold the pose. We learn to find comfort in the discomfort. Lift up, inhale, walk the hands to center and come back to seated. Sit up straight, find the line in the crown of the head over the hips. Take the knees with your hands and do big rolls with the chest, forward and back. Change the direction. Come to center and press the bottoms of your feet together. Open your heart here and exhale, forward fold, relaxing the crown of the head. You can stay here, trying to hold the feet, or you can try to go all the way forward fold. Keeping the head hanging, there should be no tension in your neck. Deep inhale and exhale. Place the palms, inhale, lift up. Walk on over a little bit more forward and relax forward again. Send the breath into the inner thighs. Feel the hip socket. Feel the legs relaxing. Exhale. Cup the hands, inhale, lift the heart. And exhale. Let's stretch one leg to the side. Bring the other leg forward. Lift the heart here. And exhale, twist over to the left side, just gently. And then come back. Just center and carefully here forward fold again. Keep the right leg stretched. Relax that leg. Inhale, lift up. Change sides with the exhale. Stretch the left leg, bend the right knee. Open the heart here and exhale, forward fold. Use your exhales to go deeper. Gently come up, inhale. Turn over to the left. Exhale there, forward fold into the leg and come back. Keep both legs open this time. And with the exhale, forward fold. You don't need to go all the way down. You can stay halfway, but try to lengthen through the chest. Feel the legs nice and stretched. Exhale. exhale down. And stay down there. Try to not think about the tension or the discomfort. Find comfort in the discomfort. Breathe into it. Relax your head. And then gently walk back. Lift the chest. Stay up here. Bring the palms to the center of the chest. Feel your breath coming back to its natural rhythm. And gently let that go. Come to laying down. Slowly. Lay down completely, holding the knees to the chest. And in this one, we're going to keep the low back connected to the mat, making sure that you're closing in your rib cage, and you open the knees out and center. Open them out and center. Finding a big circle with the knees. Open them out and center, out and center. Hold the top of the knees and push the knees into the hands as the low back connects to the floor. And let it go. Press the bottoms of the feet together and hold the inside of the legs with the hands. Coming into this butterfly pose. Close it back in. Keep the low back connected. Take the outside of your feet with your hands and open the knees out. Move the knees from side to side. Hold this pose for long, long breaths. Keep the low back connected. You can even exaggerate a little bit the rolling in of the hip so you can feel the pressing of the low back into the mat. And then take the outside of your feet. Point the heels and the soles of the feet up and bring the knees to the armpits. Move from side to side. And then let that go. Bring the knees to the heart. And roll from side to side. Try to find nice low back rolls here. See if you need to readjust the spine. Tuck or stick out the glutes, whatever works for you. And then finally come to your Shavasana. Stretching the legs forward, relaxing the palms to each side of the body, with the palms facing up. And breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. As you relax into the pose, let your breath be the guide of it. Feel the hip bones become heavy. Begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. And take a deep inhale, stretching the hands overhead. And with the exhale, bring the knees to the chest and roll over to the side. That's good to know, Megan. Thank you for sharing that. Wishing you the best of luck with this. Stay in this pose for a couple of breaths before we come up to rising. And then find your way back to seated. Bring the palms together to the center of your chest, and we'll close our practice by chanting an Om. Take a deep inhale. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Megan, this is amazing news. Really nice to listen to this news. It's good that you are going back on track in opening. Stay strong with that. I just want to thank you for feeling and having the courage to share these things in the practice. That's really powerful. And for always being present, as well as Corinne, thank you for always being here. How are you feeling after the practice? Awesome. It's really good. You're going to love the weather there. I'm glad you liked it. So do this practice whenever you're feeling tense, or if you've been sitting for way too long. This is a great way to release the hips. Or if you went on a long trip, or for example, Corinne, I don't know if you're flying to Florida or if you're driving there, but I guess you could, once you arrive, find this hip flow. Yes, it does if you have certain movement in the legs. You can also help to place the legs in the position, but ideally you would like to do this practice if your case is that you're in a wheelchair, have it with somebody assist you. But if you can lay down, it's also a really good way to receive it. Okay, wonderful. Well, then once you arrive, do the hip opening class and you'll be good to go. So did you have any questions about the practice? Comments, questions, doubts? Okay. Well, it's good that you have movement. So that's good. Perfect. That's it in the end. You know, it's a lot about the breath. In these poses, the good thing is that you can find the time to enter the pose safely without rushing, finding more comfort in it and adapting it to your own body. Super soft passive flow, but there is still a lot of work. Yes, I would love to keep doing them, so I'm really happy that you like it. I will keep doing more hip flows. Awesome, Corinne. Thank you. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Corinne. I wish you both a great night. See each other next time. Namaste. Good night. Bye-bye.